Hello, I'm back. It's 3:56 p.m. Um, so I had to deal with a whole bunch of vehicular noise harassment. Um, so I was supposed to have gone to bed earlier, but I came across last night. I mean, in the middle of the night after my video that J Demon Rotten shit had I thought she backed off and left me alone, and I hadn't been talking to her. I mean, I'm sorry, I never talked to her. I haven't talked about her really in a while, but I think I did mention her in my last longer video in the middle of the night that I did last night, overnight. So I didn't realize that 3 or 4 days ago, she commented on a fake T.I. Perks post about me, and she lied on me. Everything she said, everything that all these gang stalkers say is a lie. They're all part of narcissistic abusers, narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths. And as I said, these people are straight up psychos. So, when she did, she'd been bullying, harassing, and threatening me unprovoked for years. So how is it that you stalk, follow, harass, and bully and threaten me? She would bully, harass, and threaten me, and I didn't even know who she was. And I didn't realize that Veggie Jess and J Angel Raw Honey and Mango Sugar, that they're all the same one person. So when I was first made aware of her, I don't remember if it was late 2020 or early 2021. When Jaguar Wright, I never heard of Jaguar Wright back in the 90s or early 2000s. But when she mentioned about Clive Davis and Diddy and stuff, Jaguar Wright, I guess she's a soul R&B singer. And when she blew up and became famous for speaking out against Clive Davis and Sean Diddy Combs and everything. And so this Jessica person, J Demon Rotten shit, she was attacking anybody in the the social media blogger comments on the bloggers video, like the YouTube bloggers. I don't remember I'm not sure if it was Sean Davy Way or what blogger it was. It might have been Sean Davy Way, but it was one of those bloggers who mentioned about Jaguar Wright. And I said that Jaguar Wright, was a targeted individual and suffering gang stalking. And they would get her quiet and make her disappear. And then she would come back and speak in some truth. Well, at the beginning of this year, right after New Year's, I was still in Pensacola, and I heard that Jaguar Wright had like a satanic ritual done on, like a witchcraft or voodoo ritual done on her. And they set her up to get locked up in a mental institution or jail or something like that. And then Jaguar Wright was getting arrested left and right. And then next you know, she had this girl come up named Legina Gold. And she put Legina Gold up to pretending that she was Aaliyah's daughter, and all that went viral and all that, So I'm talking about that Jaguar Wright. Her real name was like Jacqueline Suzette Wright Johnson or something like that. So, the moment when I mentioned Jaguar Wright, was the targeted individual suffering gang stalking. And I said the same thing about Demario Thornton, Raz B from the music group B2K. So, and I believe that the singer Aaliyah was a targeted individual. Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson Today's Michael Jackson's death anniversary. Yeah, they were targeted too. So and I guess Amy Winehouse was targeted because she spoke out against them too. That was the point in time Mariah Carey was targeted, but she got back in line and got back into submission, you know, and they beat her back into submission. Chris Brown off and on had been heavily targeted and set up and persecuted, and it's very well known that people will say Tupac was a targeted individual. So Tupac, they were really out. I mean, I guess you could say Malcolm X was a freaking targeted individual. Look at, he was assassinated too. So they have people who feel like Britney Spears is a targeted individual. Excuse me. So that's where the harassment originated. Jessica Ricketts' wholeness, bullying, harassing, and threatening me unprovoked for no reason. And so she found my account and linked up. She found all three of my accounts and linked up with my twin sister during the time that my twin sister was perping and harassing the shit out of me. And I believe that my twin sister seemed like she'd been playing both sides, both targeted and perp. But leaning more now, it seemed like they got her quiet and beat her into submission and got her playing the role of perp. Because both of us, even in middle school, it seemed like as if we were heavily persecuted, targeted, abused, and everything and all in foster care. And I believe that the biological mom, Frances, was doing the same thing, being like heavily targeted, but then perping at the same time. But I don't perp anybody at all. And I'm not paid, I'm not initiated. I'm just sitting here fighting to survive, So, and they won't let me live. And so, I think that all of us were pretty much targeted on some level while we were in foster care, me and my siblings. Wyatt seemed like he was even persecuted and targeted, but he's acting like a big shit perp now. And to me, I think the biological brother Sean is heavily targeted, and I think they got him to become a perp. So because Sean hate me enough that he's out for my blood. And what I mean by that, Sean is rubbing his hands together, can't wait for the opportunity to have me taken out. Whatever other family members, whatever lies that the other family members put in Sean's head, because they've been hating Sean and Sean had been treated like the male version of me. Persecuted, hated, called retarded, and everything else. So, last few times that I saw Sean, he would, be bullying, harassing, and threatening me and try to frighten and instill fear. And cussing me out and calling me the harshest names. And they manipulated Sean to think that he's too good to associate with me. Just like they did with David Jane. So back to this Jessica person. She was harassing me really bad in the comments on one of those YouTube bloggers' videos about Jaguar Wright. And she's been stalking, following, and harassing me unprovoked ever since. And so I've seen, like, when I got a new Twitter, back in February 2021, she was the first perp that came to follow me, or the first person, period. So they want to try to follow your social media accounts to stalk, monitor, and try to control you. And she was even either the first or one of the first on this TikTok account too. And she got more than one TikTok account that I blocked or that I had to block. falsely, and she got more than one YouTube channel, and she falsely glorifies herself as Mango Sugar, and she has like so many slander videos about me, and I'm like, why are you so invested in my life, and why is my life so important to you? I'm just a regular on the internet. I'm not famous. I'm not big. I'm not special. I don't have any desire to be, or any of that. So so you know I'm not gonna say everything because I'm not. I mean, I don't want her trying to attack me even more. So she sabotaged my YouTube accounts and videos, and she was one of the perps that did that. She even copied off a Star Bricker with writing false bad reviews on all my ebooks, and so I don't understand. Like, it seems like as if she likes to bully other black women. Because I even saw her, even far back, I looked at her profile on Twitter, and I saw that she was even far back as 2018, she had been harassing and threatening other black women. So it's like, I didn't realize that was the same person, because when I first was made aware of her, she was on her Veggie Just 1226 account. She even followed, stalked, and harassed me on my blog, Quora, all of my social media, everywhere. And so then she had so she came on her J Angel Raw Honey account and started making, and she tried to say, well, I know some people in Pensacola and who work for the Social Security office, and I already reported you for scam to the Social Security office. I'm going to get all your benefits taken away. I'm going to call the DMV driver's license place, and I'm going to tell them that you're not mentally fit to drive. I mean, you don't even know anything about me at all. So I wasn't aware that at the beginning of 2022, that she made some remark. I mean, she did a so-called video that she wanted to have a positive outlook on life and wanting to do better, or that I didn't even know that she left me alone. Because when I block you, and I'm trying to live my life, I didn't even know that. I mean, she never came to me directly and wanted to humbly apologize for the way she treated me. So I wasn't even made aware that at the beginning of 2022, for New Year's, that she wanted to have a better outlook on life or try to be positive. I didn't find that out until months later. But I never really get an apology from the gang stalkers. I really don't. But I heard certain gang stalkers apologize to certain professed targeted individuals. But I never get an apology from the gang stalkers, and if I do, it turns out to be fake and insincere and a manipulation tactic for them to try to get me to flip and sell out, And then when I reject them, the harassment gets, and when I see that what they're on to, then the harassment gets worse. So this Jessica person, she even obtained my phone number and emails without my permission. And one of my emails accounts, she had my email account blocked for at least a whole year. When she harassed me and did something, and caused me to end up being blocked from emailing anybody for at least a whole year. And she even obtained my phone number without my permission and was sending me harassing text messages. And the harassment and threats was really bad. It made me feel like middle school or high school bullying all over again. Like it was like another Kim Irons all over again. Kimberly Irons. It was like Kim Irons all over again. But some years later, Kim tried to, well, she didn't apologize, but she started to try to be back nice again. Well, Kim was supposedly a friend but not for long. She was like a year or two older than me. Kim Irons, she was like a year or two older than me. And Kim acted like a narcissistic, control freak, fake friend. And randomly, just out of nowhere, Kim started bullying me really bad to the point where she could have killed me. And Kim was at least like 6 feet tall. And I'm short, like 5'2". I was way smaller than her. She was about as big as I am now. And then it's my kind of fat and being like really fucking tall. And I was short and like 150 pounds. I was like 145, 150 pounds or something like that in my senior year in high school. But her bullying, harassing, and threatening me. And she beat me up and put her hands on me. I had to press charges, or the foster mom was supposed to have helped me press charges. And even after I turned 18, I had to go to court, and we were supposed to press charges against her. It's part of the gang stalking that when I went to Nichols State University, my second year, why did they put Kim in the same suite as me? And then she pretended to be fake nice again. And they put her in the same suite as me across from me. And this was back in 2002, and I didn't realize that was part of the gang stalking. So I had no idea that Kim was smoking weed in college. But I had no idea at all, you know. And so she bullied, harassed, and threatened me and wanted to fight me and try to scare me again. And she lied on me and said that I was the one who ratted her out for smoking weed in the dorm room when I didn't even know about it. Her and this light-skinned Creole friend, they used to, and I forgot who the roommate was though. I forgot who Kim's roommate was, but I had a private room on the other suite, on the other side by myself. And then we had to share the same bathroom. And it wasn't much of any problem or issue. But she wasn't my suite mate. You know, roommate, it's like suite mate on the other side. You know, it's like 2 different rooms with the bathroom in the middle, and they called it a suite. You know, the college dorm suite. So, you know, then back in 2010, I saw that Kim added my twin sister on Facebook. And then I requested her as a friend, thinking that, okay, this has been so many years. You know, she's like, why would I want to add you on a social networking site when you got me kicked out of college and whatever, you know? And it's like, wait a minute, I didn't even know about that. And so then when I saw Kim Irons in 2018, she started to act like when I was when I kind of the first time that I met her, like Kim she would give me she was the first one to ever do it. And then they had that lady in New York, the one who kept threatening me with knives. She was another one to do it. And then one of the neighbors in Los Angeles would do it, like give me their old used trash as a form of gifts. So say, for example, if this right here is an empty jug, and which is not empty, but if this was right here was an empty jug, I'm sitting here wondering, why would you give me this and call it a gift to get, trying to make like it's a gift to give me? or if you have old torn up papers or stuff, you want to just give me your old used trash as a so-called gifts. It was just weird. But but I even felt like Starbricker's harassment was like Kim Irons all over again. But they're doing this all online. But so the Jessica person, I have screenshots of her threatening to bash my head into concrete and threatening me with a gun and threatened to hack me and trying to say I have a boyfriend who's a hacker. And so she commented on Ronald Soriano's she commented on, and Ronald Soriano, I bet you he was one of the people who gave her fake ass comment a thumbs up. Because when I mistakenly thought that he went back to harassing me a few days ago. And then afterwards, after a few days ago, what he did was, he didn't outright apologize, but he's supposed to be, as I said, he got all this so-called Christian material on his plastered all over his YouTube about, like he does like Trisha, be perping and harassing behind closed doors. You're supposed to be a TI like me, and you linking up with perps and defending and agreeing with the people who are perping me. And so, and you're well aware. So even Darius linked up with this Jessica person, knowing that she's a sex trafficking gang stalker. She even tried to act like she delusionally believed she was my pimp and handler and wanting to sex traffic me. And she's very sexually perverted and obsessed towards me. And so then she commented on, like, if Ronald, he didn't outright apologize, but he tried to make it like, he admitted that he would, laugh at me getting harassed. Well, how you cry more than I do and make it like the targeting is unbearable and or like you can't handle it or you can't take it no more, and or like, but you can't handle it, but you see a fellow TI being harassed, but you laugh and think you think that me being a black woman, I don't know if Ronald is Hispanic or white. I don't know if he's Hispanic or white, but he you sitting there laughing. I mean, as I said, I never did Ronald anything, and he would join in and defend and agree with the perp comments about me, and start making comments and making harassing, making perp comments too. And it's like you're playing both sides. So, so he admitted that he laughed. He admitted to laughing at my suffering, laughing about my targeting and making like this, as if the perps harassing me is hilarious. But he can dish it out, but can't take it. But he can't handle the same shit happening to him. And see, when Darius is supposed to be targeted, but he started to act like a perp, and there was another person who told me that they suspect that he's a perp. So when Darius kept ignoring me, he was ignoring me or didn't want to hear it when I tried to say, But then when he couldn't handle the targeting, he would call me up. But so Darius, when he got mad and betrayed me, one of the first things he did was link up with all of my enemies on purpose, including my twin sister. After all the proof and evidence that I showed him, and then he acted like he questions me, and then he lied on me and falsely said that I work for the CIA or that I'm a think spy agent and all this, when you actually weaponize my torture, targeting, and trauma against me unprovoked for nothing. So he even linked up with this Jessica person. And, we've been having talks, and I've been letting him know and making him aware. But then when he get mad, the dangerous person in my life is the people, and he claimed to be saved and holy, or he's secretly part of the fake Black Hebrew Israelites cult, and then lied and said he'd been lying to me all this time. Lied and said he wasn't. But yeah, he's part of the fake Black Hebrew Israelites cult. And I'm going to say it again. He would mix Pentecostal and Black Hebrew Israelite cult. And yes, you are a fucking charlatan. Now, I'm going to say it now. And so, it's like the fake T.I. perps playing both sides. They can dish it out but can't take it. So you're not going to do perp shit and think you're going to heaven. You're psyching yourself up. So if you think you're more right with God than I am, but yet you're playing both sides, perping and pretending to be targeted, you probably never were targeted in the first place, and you probably always was a Freemason. And just using projection. So Ronald, it's like the Jessica person, she commented under that Mango Sugar account, commented under Ronald Soriano's community post about me when he acted like he was defending me. And it's like, he don't even know me that well, but you're sitting there perping and harassing me, playing both sides, and then you turn around and say, I need deliverance. Like, you the damn perp. So then she commented, I don't even know how she must have been following him already. But so now he acts like as if he has a change of heart or a switch of mind and compassion for me now. But I never did Ronald anything. And so what was with the harassment or defending the perps and thinking it's hilarious? I don't understand none of that. And you're supposed to be Christian. You're pointing the finger saying I need deliverance. So if you feel like you're part of that fake deliverance ministry, I stay away from y'all. Because y'all phony fake Christians. Abusive, narcissistic fake Christians. I stay away from the fake deliverance ministry cult. And the fake Pentecostal deliverance bullshit. The fake speaking in tongues is not biblical. I stay away from it. I stay away from all y'all. If you even believe in that shit, stay away from me. So, I'm sorry I'm having a difficult time trying to get to the point. So when Jessica, she lied on me and said that Candy is still lying and scamming. And if you see, I put the screenshots in one of the previous 2 or 3 community posts on my channel, my Candy Grand Prix channel. I screenshot what she said in her history of harassment. So her spelling and grammar and all that wasn't correct. And, she lied on me and said that Candy is still lying and scamming. And tell me how. I haven't even asked for money recently. I just got food stamps. So how am I still lying and scamming? If she said this 3 days ago, I thought she backed off and left me alone. But she be one of the perps with the that be thumbing down every single video. Star Bricker is another one. Stephon Adams is another one. And Jessica, she has never been targeted. I don't know why she inserts herself into, why any of these perps insert themselves in the TI community just to wreak havoc and cause hell for targets. And so also, So she lied on me and said that she's still lying. Like she said, as of 3 or 4 days ago, she commented and said she is still lying and scamming. And I got me a lawyer, and I'm gonna I'm gonna take her to court, and she sues. I'm sorry. She said she doxes people, which is a crime. Like she tried to be like she doxes people, which is a crime, and so she tried to say, well, I'm gonna go find, I'm gonna send the police to her apartment. I'm not even living in an apartment, first of all. I'm gonna send the police to her apartment to have her arrested and put in prison, and I'm gonna sue her or something like that. She was talking about getting lawyers and taking me to court and sue me and having me arrested and put in prison. But I got my paper trail of you harassing me for months. And then that's how the perps do. They make a harassing comment unprovoked for no reason. And then when you screenshot if I would have left the comment there, other people would see it anyway. But as I said, I blocked your account, all y'all, so that you could not further harass me. And so other targets won't believe your slander. And then I exposed the harassment that you did. And you're not going to sit there and get more thumbs up than me on my own videos. Like your harassing, abusive, slanderous comments getting more thumbs up than me. You don't have a right to try to control or have one up me on my own channel, on my own shit. And then try to force me to take it down like as if I don't have any rights. And I've been having this YouTube channel for long before I knew about your existence. You don't have any authority or right to try to shut my shit down. I'm a veteran on YouTube. And yes, I said it, I'm a YouTube veteran. Been on here since 2006. My targeted by the PsychWorld backup channel, that's the oldest channel that I got. And it wasn't even supposed to be used for that. I mean, I had specific emails and specific YouTube channels for specific different purposes. One for entertainment or leisure, or back then, before I became a Christian. One for entertainment and leisure, or one for talking about my targeting, and one for talking about maybe Christian life or survival. And then me talking about the targeting and the perps trying to get all my stuff shut down, I have to make a target about a PsychWorld backup channel, and a PsychWorld backup channel, and this backup channel, and that backup channel. So I have over 250,000 profile views on this Candy Grand Prix channel, and I'm falsely famous for being hate, for the hate. I never heard of an obsessive stalker, jealous, obsessed stalker hater. I mean, you want to brag about how much money you spent on floors in your house, and if I was homeless on the streets, why the hell the little bit that I have, you try to get that shut down. So, these perps, as I said, I haven't even been bothering them or doing them anything. Just like the fake Stephon Adams came around 3 o'clock this afternoon and, pretending to fake share my post and make harassing comments for nothing. And so I talked about how, now this Elmaria perp, she making like she's exposing herself being gang stalked. But then she got a lot of fake Disney shit on her TikTok videos. So she unfollowed me about a week or two ago. She unfollowed me and then refollowed me again. And then unfollowed me again this morning. And so I blocked her. And so that's my history with the Elmeria person. And it's like, I never even harassed you. We never talked. You know, we never even communicated. So I don't understand what that was about. But as I did in one of the previous videos earlier today, I don't understand why people who say that they're targeted, even on TikTok, they're doing like Twitter. Everybody's unfollowing and blocking me in droves. And then at the same time, the perps are, falsely trying to get my TikTok shut down. And it make me feel like I'm not allowed to be on TikTok. They don't even want me on YouTube, Twitter, or they don't want me with my blog. So, it's like I'm back to being close enough to I think that somebody in the so-called targeted individual community is slandering me, and that's somebody in the so-called TI community is slandering me, and that's why I've been losing so many so-called targets. Either that, or they're blocking and unfollowing me because they're selling out and becoming perps. So the fake Stephon Adams perp try to say that, well, they already unfollowed and ignored you. It's pointless, or it doesn't make sense for you to block that person. Or he tried to talk about, imagine being so petty that you block somebody who unfollows you and is already ignoring you, or something like that. And so I clapped back and I said, well, imagine being so petty that you stalk, follow, harass, and you're too old to be stalking, following, harassing, and trolling people for unprovoked for nothing. I blocked you, Stephon Adams, and for good reason. So I wasn't even talking to him or about him, but he came to harass and fuck with me. And every time you harass me, I'm gonna call you a sex trafficker, because you shouldn't have anything to do with me. Leave me alone. Stay away from me. You've been sex trafficking Brian too for almost a decade, seemed like. Following another man around. You're disgusting. And you're satanic. So, and you're a Freemason. So, it's like, I wasn't even talking to Stephon Adams. So he think he got a license to meddle in and harass and fuck with people for no reason. So, if people unfollow me on social media, I block them because I don't want to see their shit no more. I don't want to see their content. I don't want to be reminded. Yeah, I have a very much of a purpose for blocking people who unfollow if I catch you. If I find out you did. And so it's really crazy that professed targeted individuals even believe in the slander about other TIs. If we all in the same struggle together. So it's like, as I said, if you claim you hated and persecuted, but then you unfollow me, I'm like, you're a fucking hypocrite for that. You say you're Christian and targeted, but then you unfollow me for no reason. If you don't, y'all can dish it out, but can't take it. But then you turn around and tell me, learn how to treat others the way you want to be treated. I don't go around doing stuff to people who I wouldn't want done to me. That I wouldn't want done to me. But y'all sit there and just use projection all day long. Projection, gaslighting, and deflecting all day long. You lie all day long. Nothing you say is true. Everything. You lie about every fucking thing. Lie, manipulate, and twist. And as I said, even at 30 years old, I think you should be too old to be bullying and trolling somebody. And why don't you focus on career and family? But the same ones, 80-year-old trolls and bullies calling me childish and telling me, comparing me to a 5-year-old and say that I need to grow up. But you're bullying, harassing, and attacking me for unprovoked, for no reason at all. For nothing. So, I think that Stephon Adams is a sociopath. Star Bricker and this Jessica person, they straight up psychopaths. Straight up psychos. And they're all gang stalking trolls. But how you threaten for no reason? You threaten to get all my jobs sabotaged. You threaten to get my job sabotaged. You threaten to get my place of living sabotaged, and threaten to make me back homeless again, and I'm not even doing you anything. And all this harassment and threats unprovoked. You threaten to attack and sabotage me in every area of my life. What make you more deserving of a car than me? What make you think you're deserving of food and a roof over your head than me? Jessica, I see you posting videos and pictures of food. So why am I greedy when I do it? You call yourself being vegetarian, but you're still overweight, and you've been fat before. Want to call people greedy and fat at every opportunity when you should mind your own business. This is the one who said, who told you you can go and get Chilean sea bass? I told me I can get Chilean sea bass with the money that I worked for. And then she even made attempts at trying to traffic me. She tried to use pictures of the biological sister Ramona and then posed as the foster mom Adrian Felder. 40-something years old trolling people for nothing. How do you even work in a school system? How do you work in a school system? And how do you work in a school system and you just ghetto and ignorant? And when I said, do you abuse your son the way that you talk to me? And then next thing you know, she want to talk about that I'm bad-mouthing her kids. I didn't say anything bad about her son. I don't even know her son. The boy was like, well, I don't know if he's 10 years old now, but I saw a video of her and him, and he's like 10 years old, and they were eating the Impossible Whopper. Which I heard that Impossible Whopper from Burger King, I heard that they got human meat in there. But, so I don't even feel comfortable with eating at Dairy Queen really no more. I don't even feel comfortable with eating Dollar General and Family Dollar food. I be trying to be cautious and watchful. But sometimes, me not having the transportation or that much money, I might have no choice but to buy that junk food, junk peanut butter or junk cereal or something like that, because I can't get to the real grocery store with the convenience. Like, if I was still in Cincinnati, well, it's Sunday, so in Pensacola, where I could walk to Publix if I was still in Pensacola, but it would be a nice long walk and it'd be too hot outside. Or I can take like a $8 Uber ride to back downtown, but an $8 Uber ride after grocery shopping, I might as well eat at the whatever downtown restaurant. Excuse me. So but the perps wouldn't care about it being me taking an Uber and $8 to ride from Publix because it would be too hot outside. And so they would still be like, Candy is lying and scamming. I haven't even asked for any money lately. But I'm saying that I wish I had a way to have a car so that I can have more transportation and mobility and also better job opportunities. So, and people who block or unfollow me on social media, they might come back later sometimes and start bullying, harassing, and trolling me. or if they just ignore me. And if you unfollowed me, then I block you so we won't have to see each other's content. And then if you block me, then I block you. If you block me and I find out about it, I'll block you right back. But yeah, that's as I even explained in the video yesterday, that me calling out people for blocking or unfollowing me on social media, that's part of the gang stalking betrayal. That's the betrayal aspect of the gang stalking, of people who say that they're targeted and then they turn against you. They've probably been compromised perps that been lied to about me. And and they huddle together and have these fake live streams and be gossiping, and they be the popular fake TI perps lying and saying that Candy's a perp or Candy's not a real TI. And they try to make me make me look so stupid or so crazy. And they had a narcissistic control freak fake TI perp came in my commented on one of my videos yesterday. She is wearing red in her profile picture, wearing all red. And then she sit there and tell me she trying to tell me don't pay any attention to the gang stalkers. But why you got gang stalking footage though? And you try to bully and shame me into silence. I gotta watch my back. But you the same fake TI perp that try to tell me empty out your mind and block out your mind and meditate. I'm like, no, that's bad advice. I'm not doing that. And trying to be narcissistic and controlling and try to tell me what to do and treat me like she was the first to hop in my live stream on TikTok, and then try to make it like as if me clearing my throat or coughing is getting on her nerves. Well, get out my live stream instead of trying to force yourself to try to control me and tell me what to do. And then you claim that you're targeted by narcissists. Well, how come you can act narcissistic and controlling towards me, but if you find out that I called you a narcissist or a narcissistic control freak, fake friend, or fake TI perp, you'll be the first person to tell me, and you got your nerve calling anyone a narcissist. But you acting narcissistic and controlling and trying to tell me what to do and trying to make me shut up and ignore the perps. Well, how come it's okay for you to hypocritically post up videos? You post up videos of gang stalking family members and say that they did X, Y, Z to you. You post up one headlight videos and say that this is happening to you. And, you did a video sitting in your car and you have a dog. And in that video where she was explaining stuff, and lots of people in the comments section were saying that dog barking was getting on their nerves and that she should make the dog stop barking. And this person can't even, illiterate and can't even spell. And it's like, for her saying controlling stuff or trying to make me feel ashamed, I'm sitting here tempted to block her. And then she'll make Candy blocked me for no reason. I gave you too many chances. I haven't blocked you yet. But when narcissistic abusers, they tell me what to do and they don't do it, or they tell me what not to do and they do it. You tell me what not to do and you do it, or you tell me what to do and you don't do it. So and I know that she got a high amount of popularity in the so-called TI community. excuse me. So I didn't get to go to bed until 3:45 this morning because of the threats that I saw last night. I didn't see it until last night, in the middle of the night, like around after I finished the other video. So to try to take my mind off things, I gathered pictures of myself and foster and biological family members, and made the screenshots or pictures into a video, and I mean a few videos, and then but well, how come you have a right to talk about the gang stalkers and expose the one headlight, but you want me to shut up and ignore, and you want me to force muzzle myself? I feel like when I call out the gang stalkers, it helps calm me down. It helps to calm me down and make me feel better. When I get to vent, it helps me feel better. And when I vent, it helps me feel better. And it helps calm me down and help me feel better. And so I won't be holding in this psychological, emotional, and mental pressure, so that I won't end up lashing out on people. But as I said, people need to stop telling people grown people need to stop telling other grown people what to do on the internet, and stop trying to control people. When if I weren't on TikTok, there would be no you to tell me what to do. Or if I weren't on YouTube, there would be no you to tell me what to do. You wouldn't even know what I'm doing. Wouldn't even know what I'm doing. Or if we never would have crossed paths with each other, there would be no you to try to tell me what to do. I'm grown and make the decision to call out these motherfuckers and fight back. You tell me stop being a pushover and stop letting people take advantage of me. And when I stand up and fight back, oh, Candy's a problem. So, after I struck back and defended myself against the fake Stephon Adams perp, he made another fake shared post and said, he made another fake shared post saying that, he made another fake shared post saying, well, oh yeah, for her to call, imagine the most undesirable person on the earth calling somebody a sex trafficker. Stephon Adams said that I'm the most undesirable person on the earth. Well, why won't you leave me alone? Why are you subscribed to me? Why do you comment or say anything about me? Why do you stalk my every move if you're not a trafficker? But he harasses me, Brian too, Kevin Christian, Jacob Mills, who they call Nappy Head Russo, whatever, and a couple of others. So you think you got a license to stick your nose in and meddle in my business when I'm not even talking to or about you, and it has nothing to do with you. And then you call me childish and petty and want me to put me out there to look crazy when you're sitting there defending and agreeing with and worshiping the New World Order. We're going to see who's the fool in the end. And I'm not the only one. There's millions of us. Warning. And all y'all do is get us taken down for speaking the truth. So I'm going to say it again. Stephon, stop mentioning me in community posts or videos. Stop doing videos. Stop commenting on my life. Back off. Leave me alone. Stay away from me. And that's what all of you gang stalkers. I don't even be talking to y'all or about y'all. But y'all the dummies who narcissistically think you got more common sense. You think you got more common sense, but you're brainwashed to believe nothing but lies. And you want to think that you're smarter than me. You think you got more common sense when you're brainwashed and duped and yeah, y'all already got your damn mark of the beast. You already got your mark of the beast. And proud of it. And you wear that mark of the beast badge proudly. I don't know all of the New World Order agendas, but I know some of them. And there might be some things that I may not know, or if I myself might not be strong enough or ready to believe such and such uncomfortable truth. And it's, I guess, the human thing to do, I guess, you know. But I won't, if somebody's speaking the truth about New World Order's agendas, I don't stalk and follow and harass or bully that person. You know, or try to discredit that person. So it seemed like as if, I don't know if perps are slandering, I mean the fake Darnell Williams perp has been slandering me to other TIs. But I don't know if other perps have been slandering me to other TIs and manipulate them to turn away from me and hate me and make me feel like I'm doing something wrong. And it's like the fake TI perps, when I get into an argument with them, they be well aware, willing, and knowingly, joining forces with the regular sex trafficking gang stalkers against me. And then that Jessica person, she had been, she even acted like she wanted to try to make offers for me to sell out and trying to be my handler. And she even made a harassing comment to me saying, "You my slave, bitch." And like, I'm another female. You have a son, you have a family. You know, what are you obsessed with another woman for? Or, you delusionally believe you're my pimp and you're another female. So it's like these people's desire to control me. So you want to try to get me all scared by threatening to sabotage everything I have. If it weren't for that fake TI perp Miss Samantha mentioning that the Masonic Smelly Crab family have every right to sue and punish me, none of y'all perps would be talking about taking me to court and suing me. None of y'all. But for me to screenshot your harassing comment, what's the difference between me screenshotting it or leaving a comment there? And people, you invite more people to join in on a harassment rather than somebody standing up and being like, that is so wrong that they're saying this to you or that they're doing this to you. No, all y'all do is act like you're aggravated and say, just ignore. Like as if you're disgusted with me. And then some months down the line, the same person who was telling me ignore 6 months ago, y'all the same one joining forces with these same gang stalking traffickers. You ain't never meant me. You're supposed to be targeted, but you ain't never meant me no good since day one. So they would have all these people who would tell me that they think I'm one of the realest in the TI community, or one of the realest on YouTube, or one of the main ones to stay true to myself or true to God. And as I said, I never been perfect. I never, I feel like if I die right now, I don't deserve heaven. I'm humble enough to admit that, because I don't want to be psyching my own head up to think I deserve hell and then be in for a surprise. So, but I'm trying to get back closer to God after backsliding and being so distracted by the gang stalking. I have been trying to push myself to read the Bible more often or listen to the Bible more often. And, the perps are mad at me trying to accomplish goals in here, like cookbooks. I have published 2 ebooks since being here, and about to publish my 3rd ebook while here. And I have like over 10 ebooks published. And they're hating on that and trying to get me sabotaged, trying to get me destroyed, trying to make it like I look like a jackass or a clown, and or like I'm the laughing stock. Like Candy Grand Prix is the #1 laughing stock of the internet, or the #1 face of memes and jokes. But all y'all, even this fake TI person that y'all post all the Bible scriptures that you want, but you participating in this trafficking, playing both sides, don't fool yourself.